In Humboldt County, California, there's so much marijuana that it literally falls down from the sky. Today, just like every day during the summer, the authorities are hunting for clandestine marijuana plants. Agents are flown deep inside the Six Rivers National Forest so they can whack the plants. Then the contraband is flown out and later buried. It's an amazing scene, but the numbers behind these operations are even more unbelievable.
I mean, this year at County of Humboldt, we've seized 120,000 plants. State of California, I know they're up to 3.5 million.
And just how much is 3.5 million marijuana plants? Each plant typically produces a pound of pot with a street value of about $2,000 on the low end. So we're talking about $7 billion worth of weed.
And I think that's about 1% of what's out there in the County of Humboldt.
Welcome to the Emerald Triangle, an area of 3 counties in Northern California where growing marijuana is big business and part of daily life.
I know where I live, the guy behind me grows because I can smell it. So if a guy's growing dope and he knows I'm a detective sergeant running the marijuana program, it's pretty cut and pick and rampant, I think.
The number of people that grow is supernatural. I mean, if you go to any town, they got giant billboards everywhere for the grow stores. I don't know how you could begin to measure it.
Measuring marijuana is Kevin Jodry's job. He's a licensed master gardener and cultivation director of this marijuana dispensary in Arcata, California.
I need to get my major done real quick or I'm screwed. I've been in school for like 7 years on and off now.
This store and the marijuana it sells are totally legal, at least according to California law. In 1996, voters here passed Proposition 215, which legalized medical marijuana.
That's what I'm thinking.
In the years since Prop 215 was passed, one thing is certain, according to Jodry.
The amount of people that smoke, I don't know how to measure it, but it is absolutely enormous. No one really knew who was a marijuana smoker till 215 came out. Because when 215 came out, you saw all the 53-year-old moms of 3 come out saying, I smoked in college, but I could not for all these years, but now I have a medical tag and I will.
And with increased demand has come a more discerning customer, one who wants better quality.
So right now I'm trying to pick up some train wreck, but I noticed that they have some headband here, so I might as well pick up 15 of those while I'm here. It's a really good strain, really good medicine.
These indoor grows in California's dispensaries sell the best quality weed.
Everything that we have in the facility, though, is a very good cultivar. It has very specific properties and has been proven to be quality. I'm trying to find something that was similar. Say it's like Kobe beef.
A few hours south of the dispensary lives Eric Sly. He grows 11 marijuana plants in his backyard. Growers like Sly exist in a gray area between the illegal gardens in the mountains and the legal dispensaries. His plants are perfectly legal under Prop 215, but he's prohibited from processing or selling the product. Most of Sly's time, however, is spent editing Grow Magazine, a publication for folks in the pot trade. He says increased production in California is changing the market for weed.
The price of marijuana on all levels has dropped dramatically. Really? Dramatically, okay? From 1996 to now, I'd say marijuana here the price has dropped almost 50%.
This change has affected everyone from small-time growers like Sly to the huge Mexican cartels, which have traditionally reaped most of their income from selling cheap, low-grade pot to Americans. Now they're being slowly pushed out of the market.
And the domestic consumer is not so interested in this low-grade marijuana anymore. Okay, as it becomes normalized, as people start to be exposed to some of the more valuable varieties of marijuana. I think a lot of people underestimated what the domestic production was really going to look like when they said, hey, let's allow medical users to grow marijuana.
Back in the Six Rivers National Forest, the eradication team has located another clandestine grow site. Most of these hidden marijuana gardens are run by Mexicans, and many in law enforcement think they're funded by the cartels back in Mexico. It's their way to get back into the American market. These plants can be harvested earlier than the type grown by the medical marijuana folks. Not to mention the cartels don't have to move their product past an increasingly fortified border.
Today was long and hard, 2,279 plants.
And that was one of their smallest hauls this summer. Sergeant Hansen is the first to admit that even with all this effort, he's barely making a dent in the marijuana trade here. But his solution might surprise you, coming from the head of the marijuana unit in the sheriff's office.
My philosophy, we need to legalize it.
That's his personal opinion, not the department's. After all, this is Humboldt County.